What's up, everyone? It's Cannan back with another Wuthering Waves reaction. And today is the big day. Wuthering Waves 2.8 goes up later tonight. The game is currently in maintenance, and I'm just now getting to Chisa's Combat Resonance Showcase and her Resonator Showcase. Sorry, this is the only day I had available to where I could record these, but they will be going up tonight, hopefully before the game goes back live. And hey, we still got her EP to come out, which I'm guessing they're waiting until after the quest is out. But this is exciting. Chisa has been very, very hyped up since she was announced. Not really by Kuro themselves, but by the fandom. I don't know what it is, but it seems like everybody likes Japanese school girls with black hair. I don't know what it is, but I tend to like characters with dark hair, so I'm looking forward to this. I know during the live broadcast that I was very impressed with her weapon and her animations, her ult, so I'm looking forward to seeing that again. If the update finishes at an appropriate enough time tonight, I will be recording my pulls for her and her weapon. But it depends. Like, I have to open tomorrow, so hopefully it's not too late. Hopefully it ends at a good time, but we'll see. But anyway, if you enjoy our content, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Now, let's see Chisa's Resonator Combat Showcase. Koto Games. Oh, starting animated as always. Ooh. Kuro and their neck dodging. Oh, I love that new art. Okay, here we go. Her weapon is so freaking cool. Jess plays Wuthering Waves as well, and I kind of hope she ends up liking Chisa, because I would love to see her make this weapon as a cosplay. Oh, okay. I love that they started doing this. I love that they started giving the ultimates like a little intro like that. That is so cool. I love that. I love that it turns into a freaking chainsaw pretty much. That's so cool. Such a versatile weapon. Like, it's not just a sword. Oh, Pocky. Yep. Make her look even more like a student. I love that. The scissors cuts. That's cool. Oh, intro to the Resonator Showcase, I'm guessing. Look at that weapon. It's so awesome. Ooh. So yeah, during the broadcast, they kind of I forgot what they said about the tower, but it seems like the tower is the source. So once again, it seems like this is going to be kind of like a Mount Firmament and Black Shores patch, where it's kind of a, no, not going to the new region per se, but still a new area. We know it's in a Sonarosphere, and we know that Chisa is able to, her forte is able to manipulate stuff pretty much inside a Sonarosphere. So it's not that she is from the Sonarosphere whatsoever. Some have interpreted it that she's actually been stuck there for a long time. Don't know yet. Haven't played the quest yet, but I do think she is going to be our tie to going to La Haroi. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting how this quest plays out. So we've got Chisa walking through what looks like an old school building. Like, Kuro is being like, yeah, like she's based off Kill la Kill, but let's throw in a little bit of corpse party here or something like that. Like, I love that she's walking through a creepy old deserted school. And she's got that kick-ass weapon on her back. Like, she literally, like, I wouldn't be scared at all. And then we see the phantoms, like the memories of what this place used to be before it was destroyed. And like she walks in, and of course it all vanishes, and there's Tacit Discords. Now, okay, so they've done this quite a bit now. They did it with Galbarina, they did it with Chuyan, now they've done it with Chisa. Kuro really likes the whole neck dodge, but she looks really cool here, so it works. I will forgive them pretty much using it for 3 resonators in a row. But look at her. She's so freaking badass. Like she literally looks like a more properly dressed Ryuko from Kill la Kill. That's who she reminds me of in a lot of ways. Not just because of her weapon, but her outfit. The same colors and all that. We get a few little animation here. Really cool. Yeah, look at her using her sword pretty much as a lunging prop. That's pretty cool. And then the 2D animation forms into art. And here we get some new art of her. Once again, definite Kill la Kill vibes. Not only with the weapon. And then, of course, we see the combat like we saw in the broadcast. I believe she's also a support, if I'm not mistaken. So she's not 100% a DPS. But still, like to me, what makes her combat the most fun is her weapon. I feel like if you don't have her weapon, she's not going to be as impressive in combat as she looks here. I could be wrong. I'm not really much on meta or anything like that when it comes to gacha games. I'm more so in it for the characters and the story. But I do notice, like, these characters recently who have more themed weapons that are like directly attached to them, like Augusta's sword. So like if you don't have her sword, it looks a little bit more downgraded in combat. So I'm wondering what her sword will look like if you do not pull her sword. But or weapon, whatever you want to call it. Its base form looks like a sword. It's a scissor blade, like it shows right here. Once again, I think a very obvious callback to Kill la Kill. Because look at this thing. This thing is so awesome looking. If only it had a pair, like in Kill la Kill. So once she got it, she could bind them and make this whole new, very cool looking weapon. And then we get a little bit of idle animation here. And in true schoolgirl flair, she enjoys some Pocky. Now this is not her ult. I think this might be her other skill. But we get some more awesome gameplay here. Now, I usually fight the story content with a very basic party. Like, I'm still using 1.0 characters, tell you the truth. Besides Arrow Rover, I always use the MC. I will always use the MC. And I use Chang Li as, a major DPS because she deals a lot of damage. And I use Shorekeeper as the support. But I will always take a character, especially if I like them, and make different parties that features them. Like I've got a Zani and Phoebe team. I've got a Augusta and Yuno team. I still make them. I still use them when I need to. So yeah, I'll have to look up who goes well with Chisa. Now, one thing is this right here. I love that they now give the ults these little bitty intros like this, where we see the resonator mark. They did it first, like when I very first started these, I started with Yuno, and hers did that, and I was like, I don't remember seeing that animation. Did they just add that? And then they did the same thing with Chuyan. And I'm like, okay. I don't remember them. Then again, I don't know if I remember them doing this with Galbarina. But then again, I've not watched Galbarina since I reacted to it. But I do like these little intros to the ultimates. So yeah, I'm sure people are going to wonder how much damage she does, if she has a really good damage output and stuff like that. This is cool. I love that it pretty much becomes like a chainsaw, almost like a weed eater, almost in a way, but with a blade. But it's really, really cool. It's a very versatile weapon, which is, I really enjoy what Kuro is doing with their weapons, and that is they're making them stand out more and giving them more functions, which I think is really, really cool. Is it right here she eats the Pocky? I can't remember. Oh, okay, it's here that she eats that. So yeah, we got a couple of idle animations here. Stuff that we've kind of already seen. But yeah, and I mean, after that, the combat is pretty much done, and then we get into once again. I love that they are doing different things with their logo at the end of these showcases, so that's cool. And then it goes into what I believe will be the beginning of her Resonator showcase, which I'm not going to touch this. I'll touch that when we get to that actual showcase, which will be here in a second. But yeah, very solid combat. I really enjoy what I see so far of her. I'm gonna have to play the quest though first, see if I actually like her as a character. But you guys always know that I used to don't have as much to say for the combat showcase as I do for the Resonator showcase. So let's pop on over to that right now. All right, here we are with Chisa's Resonator showcase called Cut This Loop. This will be more about her story, and all that. So let's get into it.
Citizens of Honami, a new game has just started.
Game?
Dear players, welcome to the fray.
Did she know somebody here? Is she from here?
5 p.m. sharp. Your first trial is about to kick off.
What's going on?
Your target is Neon Tower at the city center. Get ready! Run! Attention all players. Current survival rate in this obstacle race is 23%. Speed matters, but watch out for the bone-eating irreglow. And the big surprises falling from above. You won't survive by just being fast.
Oh, cut right through the building.
Through the rain of debris and escape the iridescent storm. The victory anthem is about to sound. All spotlights blaze bright.
Oh, she slid on it like a skateboard.
And here comes the lead runner. First across the line. Magnificent. Congrats on passing the first challenge. But don't relax yet.
So who's the narrator?
Here's the second one. The dazzling stage is right ahead, but the footsteps
that's messed up.
are closing in. The Tower of Victory is within reach, so hold on tight, or you'll be claimed by the dark abyss.
That's messed up.
Who will rise above this grand chase, remain on the stage center, and shine as the one and only superstar. Come now, face your final challenge. When only one heart is left beating, the whole city shall.
Good on you, Chisa. But I think we've already been spoiled. Oh. Oh.
You haven't changed. Still weak, still sentimental, still vulnerable. How do you plan to win in this pitiful state? How could you ever break this cage and return to...
So she is trapped.
There, dear player. The final challenge is calling for you.
Ooh, a doppelganger. It's like Carlotta all over again.
Herald of Justice. Let's put your resolve to the test.
Herald of Justice, huh?
The power's pulse. So desperate to end this tragic loop. But tell me, how far are you willing to go? What if the ones you saved drag you back into hell?
Well, there's the other scissors blade I was talking about.
What if the world
This is wild. I've got so many ideas going through my head.
Shut up. I'll be the monster or I'll descend to hell.
Woo.
That's what it takes. But I will not live in this false peace, pretending nothing happened. I will cut this loop at its source and shred it to pieces for good. Whatever mires and chasms lie ahead, I will.
This is awesome. Like, I'm getting so many. Oh, she won.
Inspiring speech, but all empty words. Because, you see, you're already swamped.
Ah! And this is just the loop playing over and over, pretty much.
Not a game, only the endlessly looping lament.
Yep.
Just as it has always been.
Interesting. Okay, I have got so many ideas. Okay, so at the beginning here, we see pretty much her letting go of the girl's hand and then her eyes opening. So I'm guessing that is one scenario where she let go. So what we learned is this place was destroyed by the lament, but in the scenario sphere, it's pretty much replaying over and over. It's kind of like what we learned in 1.3, I believe, with the Tethys system, that the port city of Gushui, or however you say it, how those people experience the same thing. They experience the lament over and over and over again. So it's something like that that's going on. And I don't know if this voice is like Chisa's, like something to do with Chisa, or if it's the villain of this particular quest who's like behind the scenario sphere. I don't know. Maybe it's whoever scenario sphere it is, because we have learned that a powerful enough resonator can create one and control it in some ways, if I'm remembering that correctly. But yeah, Chisa is pretty much experiencing what these people experienced the day the lament happened, and it's just like it's like a residual tape player. And like she's trying to get to the source, which is the tower. And it seems like she's tried several times, because I guess it does pretty much confirm that she is trapped inside the scenario sphere. We don't know how long she has been. I still want to know, since she is a student and like she's majoring in engineering and all this, where did she learn to fight like this? Yes, she's a resonator, but like, was it not until she got trapped in the scenario sphere where she learned how to fight? Or maybe became a resonator herself? Because we have seen characters in the past who were at one point not resonators, but eventually became one. So yeah, well, we learned that her blade is strong enough to go through a building. So yeah, she's racing toward what is the source of all this, which is this tower. And I love that she literally uses her weapon as a skateboard to grind off things. And so she makes it to like what I guess you could call the first checkpoint, and some civilians did survive. But yeah, we see this tower, which I'm guessing we're going to learn is the source of the scenario sphere, and if you take it out, it'll quit replaying. So yeah, after being chased here by that awful incandescent light, or whatever it was called, now they've got to deal with tacit discords. And of course, these are everyday people. They're going to climb up this thing very slowly. The tacit discords are faster. Chisa, of course, being a resonator, is way faster. So she's already a good ways up. But once again, what we saw at the beginning, I believe, was a separate attempt by her to get to the tower. And then once again, she feels the need. Now, a lot of people would say this is just a phantom. This girl is not really alive. She is a recording, pretty much, of what happened. But Chisa still feels the need to try and save her, which that already tells me that Chisa is a good person. She believes in saving the innocent, saving the weak. And of course, Chisa grabs a hold of her, but this time, and then we see this, which looks like a flashback. So, did Chisa experience something similar? Was she originally from this city before the lament happened, and then she went to the schools in Laha Roy, and then somehow went back to her old home in the Sonarosphere and got trapped? Don't know yet. But this definitely looks like a friend maybe that she failed to save. And this time, instead of losing her grip and letting go, Chisa holds on and is pulled back down. And so now we get into this weird part here where there's all these TVs. It reminds me of something from Persona 4. And we have this female character talking. Now, is this the villain of the patch? Is this a new member of the Fraxidus? Is this the friend that she failed to save, and through the Sonarosphere, her consciousness has taken shape and has taken control? It's hard to say. But then she starts fighting a doppelganger, a different version of herself. Like I said, it kind of reminded me of Carlotta's character quest, where she had to fight herself. But this one is not fragmented or anything like Carlotta's. It's literally Chisa with a blue theme instead of a red theme. Her eyes are blue, her ribbon is blue, her little tie thing here, not a tie, but the sailor uniform thing in the front is blue. The doppelganger has a theme of blue, where Chisa has a theme of red. Chisa, dear, Herald of Justice. So, yeah, I guess Chisa she's going to be the type of character who believes in delivering justice, protecting the innocent and the weak, I'm guessing. But I wonder if this is like her fighting her inner doubts, or something like that, or maybe this is just a phantom that the Sonarosphere or whoever is control the Sonarosphere has created to try and either detract Chisa or just to wear her down. And like I said, I was like, I hope there's another pair of scissor blades out there that we can combine them. And look, the doppelganger has her own pair of scissor blades, so maybe Chisa will get it and combine them and make a super scissor blade. Who knows? And then here we get more backstory. And of course, this is Chisa. This is the friend. And look, this is not her sword, but it is a red pair of some pretty gnarly looking scissors. That's actually pretty cool looking. So we've got this theme of red with Chisa. And so it looks like, here, let me try and, that there was, like, this was probably, I'm guessing, during the lament. I'm guessing these are tacit discords, and Chisa tried to save her friend, and I'm guessing she failed. Now this collar is very unique. Like, it almost looks like a bomb in a way. I hope she's not wearing a bomb, but it's placed on her and it says, "What if the world treats you like a monster?" So we don't know the story behind this collar and why it was placed on her. It looks like it was placed on her when she was still younger than she is now. So yeah, and I remember there was some early talk about she might suffer from a disease, but nothing was said during the broadcast, and nothing was really shown here, I don't think, to really show that she's suffering from a disease of any kind. But maybe it'll come up in the main quest. I don't know. This was cool, this little void, and they continue fighting. God, look at that weapon. That weapon is so freaking cool. And the doppelganger is winning for a little bit until she uses the chainsaw version of it and finally gains the upper hand. You have this really cool, like, dashes of red and blue and them fighting each other. This right here kind of reminds me of Kill la Kill a little bit with the colors and all that. And here we see that she has conquered the doppelganger. She's not killed her or anything, but she has won the fight. And once again, and now the doppelganger's eyes are red, no longer blue. So I'm guessing this is another part of Chisa that is maybe doubting herself, maybe wondering that she's all bravado, just all empty words, and not really is doing much. And then we see her pretty much get stabbed by what looks like it might be the same scissors she was holding in that flashback. And then she wakes up. So it was a dream. It was maybe not a dream, but maybe her waking up for the next cycle. I don't know. Now we see what looks like she is in that cafe that was in the live broadcast. And she is able to use her forte to shield herself and keep her safe here. That way Tacit Discords or anything won't be able to get to her. And once again, the loop has restarted. And once again, that eerie collar around her neck. And looks like she's got some bandages on her upper chest here. So I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with maybe a disease or a sickness that she has maybe. And pretty much she walks out and she is preparing to try again. Tacit Discords all over the place, and the tower, which is causing all of this. Now, we don't know how long yet that she has been there. We do not know how many attempts she has had, but we do know this time she will have Rover with her. And we always know when Rover gets involved, things drastically improve. So I'm guessing how this will go. Rover and Chisa will conquer the Scenario Sphere. They'll end it, so the people of the city can rest. And then that's where maybe we'll find some connection to Laha Roy. Maybe Chisa will say, oh, that's where I was going to school before all this happened. And then that'll, and we'll find some reason for Rover to go to Laha Roy for 3.0. That's what I'm guessing, if Laha Roy is the next city or region, which it very much looks like it is, because in 2.7 you had Galbrino with the cassette player. You have the fact that it's a school. It's pretty much where a major school for Resonators is. Chisa is a student, and I'm really guessing she came from there, but she's probably originally from this new location we're going to be exploring. And during the broadcast, they mentioned Laha Roy a couple of times, so I do think that's where we're going in 3.0. But that is the Chisa Combat and Resonator Showcase. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Good luck on your Chisa pulls. Good luck if you're going for her and her weapon. Like I said, if it is not too late, I will post my pulls later, probably tomorrow. The video will probably go up tomorrow. If nothing goes up, then check my Twitter, because I always post if I was able to pull a character and their weapon on Twitter. But as always, guys, this is Cannan. Me and Jess love you all very, very much. Please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.